Hey guys, welcome to Bastian Time. I'm your host Bastian. Let's get to some Zelda news. First of all, we found out some interesting details about the Wind Waker's early development, and the fact that Mr. Aonuma himself is the one who wrote a lot of the lines for the King of Red Lion. And he said that the reason why he did that is because he was a new father at the time, and the King of Red Lions is kind of like a father figure in the game to Link and Zelda and Hyrule in general. So he really felt like he connected with that character and wanted to write some of the lines. Unfortunately, he feels like he became a little too pretentious with some of those Japanese version of the lines. I don't know if that translates over into the English one. So what he did is, in this remake, he toned down some of that pretentiousness a little bit, he said. Again, all the lines look the same to me in the English version, so I suspect that in the translation from Japanese to English, even back in the GameCube version, that was toned down slightly. But also, he was asked about Tingle. Who inspired Tingle? And he says that he doesn't have any reference for Tingle, but that he knows that one of the other developers on Zelda team had a friend in the past named Tingle, so now we know. Mr. Aonuma said something interesting about Zelda Wii U, and that is the fact that he wants that particular Zelda game to feature a brand new Hyrule. He said something like, a Hyrule that you could not have previously imagined. So, I do not know what that means. I hope to the Golden Goddesses it's not going to be sci-fi Hyrule with hover Eponos. Of course, you already know this by now. I've already talked about it in a Zelda video that I did for Zelda Dungeon, but in case somehow you missed it, there is a hint that Mr. Aonuma gave at New York's Comic-Con to Majora's Mask 3D for the 3DS, and basically a fan said, any news about Majora's Mask? And he wasn't clear about Majora's Mask 3D like some sources have claimed. In fact, some sources got this completely wrong and asked if there was said that the guy asked if there was any connection between Majora's Mask and A Link Between Worlds, and that's not the case at all. But in any case, so what he asked was any news about Majora's Mask, and Mr. Aonuma said, play A Link Between Worlds and you just might find out. So that's very vague, but what a lot of people are taking this to mean is that there will be some sort of hint in A Link Between Worlds about a remake for Majora's Mask 3D. A lot of people are saying, hey, I'd rather have Majora's Mask remade for the Wii U. That is not going to happen. They already have all of the assets and all the programming for the 3DS version because of Ocarina of Time 3D. They're not going to scrap all of that in order to make a Wii U version. So don't get your hopes up about a Wii U version, but most likely Grezzo, who is the company that did the remake of Ocarina of Time, they've probably been working on Majora's Mask 3D since June when their previous project came out, so I have a feeling we're going to get an announcement about Majora's Mask 3D at some point in the next 6 months or so. But anyways, that's it for this episode of Zelda News. See you guys tomorrow for some Nintendo news. Bye, guys.